it's Jamie Ray from Jami Ray Vintage. Today's DIY is inspired by Restoration Hardware's Salvaged Gray finish. I do a lot of faux finishes and get asked all the time how I do it. Today we'll be using Fairy Chalk Mother's paint in Industrial to do a faux stained finish. Our tabletop is all sanded down with our belt sander. We've got our link below for that video that we used a belt sander in. It's called Sand It or Strip It, and it goes into detail on how to strip down a top with a belt sander. The most important part is that it's down to the natural wood. So whether you use a belt sander or a hand sander, it needs to be to the raw wood. So that way my chalk paint will soak in and you'll still be able to see the wood grain. So we have our Fairy Chalk Mother paint in Industrial here. I've watered it down 10 parts water to 1 part paint. I like to save my paint when it gets down to where there's almost none left, and then I add water to that, and that's the paint I use to stain with. That way I'm not wasting any and I can just store it in there and use it when I'm ready. I'm using a lint-free rag. I'm going to dip this down in here, and usually when I do this it like spills everywhere, but anyways, I'm going to dip it down into there and then just rub it in. You could use any color Fairy Chalk Mother paint that you want and just water it down to get this effect. I'm going for a light gray look because that's what my customer wanted. And I feel like this gives a nice effect and you can still see the wood grain underneath. I've taken my watered down paint and smeared it all in. It's still a little wet, and I want to come back through and add a little bit of depth to this. I'm just adding this gunmetal in kind of a random pattern. If you can't do random, then skip this step, because if it looks too done on purpose, it doesn't look good. And just kind of do it all over and rub it in, and that's basically it. Now we're ready to seal it with polyurethane. We're gonna do we do it usually 4 to 6 coats. So we'll get that all on here and this will be ready to go to its new home. You can use this technique not just with gray, but with any Fairy Chalk Mother color that you want. Just water it down, and if it looks like it's going on too dark, then you can always water it down some more. That's an amazing thing with Fairy Chalk Mother. You have so many uses that you can use it for, and you can manipulate it any way that you need to. If you want to buy Fairy Chalk Mother paint, go to my website, JamiRayVintage.com. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more DIY.